Hi guys, this is Deka and today I'll be showing you a birthday glam on my client. Come with me. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for coming here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, comment, let me know your opinions. And if you are one of the regulars, thank you for continuing to watch my channel. Of course, you know the usual. Today is going to be another tutorial, and I started off with moisturizing as usual. I used the Cetaphil moisturizer. I went ahead to prime, and now I'm putting on a V foundation on my client. So for foundation, the best thing is just to blend as seamlessly as possible. I'm using my beauty blender to blend. I'm trying to make sure I get into all parts of her face, and I would advise that you do the same. Next, I went in with my Avor concealer in a darker shade. I think 2 shades darker, or 1 shade. Yeah, it was 1 shade darker than her skin, and I tried to blend in until there were no fine lines anymore. So just try to do that. For the foundation, you do the nose, the forehead, on the cheekbone, and you just try to blend in very well. The trick is not to use a very dark foundation, as you can always use a darker powder later on. Don't let your makeup have too many dark patches, okay? And the next, I'm going in with my blush. I'm using a lipstick palette for my blush. So I'm going in with pink and red. I try to mix the both together, and I'm going to start blending in. So the goal is just to blend and make sure that there is no pink here, black here, yellow here, you know, all of that. Also, the placement of your blush is right above the contour. Right now, I'm highlighting the face, and I went in with Avor concealer again, but a brighter shade, a shade brighter than her skin tone. Now you highlighting the T-zone areas, that's the nose, top of the nose, the forehead, the under eye, and the chin. Try to blend in very, very well so that it matches and then it blends into the skin and into the foundation as much as you can. And the trick is not to use too many products. Don't use so much product on the under eye, because if not, it will start to cake and would end up getting ruined. Right now I'm setting with a Viange setting powder. What I usually do is to set first. By setting, I mean that I'm trying to put the powder into the skin. If you notice right now, you can't even see the white powder that I'm using. That's the setting powder I'm using. After that, then I start to bake. Baking is much different from setting. Baking does a couple of things. For instance, when you bake the under eye, like leave some part of the powder, when you are putting your eyeshadow, the eyeshadow drops would not stain the under eye that you have already done. At the same time, it helps to construct the face into the shape that you want. If you notice, I'm putting straight lines that connect to her lips. That usually helps to give the face a certain look, makes it smaller and now I'm just using an edge control. You can use a brow tamer, but I prefer to use an edge control. I use that to tame the brows so that it's easier to draw. And after that, I just go in with my setting powder again so that it's not sticky on my brush. Right now, I'm going in with the Hega and Esther brow gel to outline the brows. This is basically drawing the lines for the brows. It's not such a difficult process. Some people don't know this, but it's not really difficult. You just need to follow the shape of the brows. That is why the edge control is very important, because it outlines and gives the brow a defining shape. So now all you just have to do is follow it, and then you conceal after that. Right now I'm concealing. I'm using the Avor concealer again in a lighter shade. That's the shade I used for the highlight. After that, I'm going to go in with a darker shade for the frontal part of the lower brows. Then I go in with her foundation color for the top of her brows, and that's it. Just follow the lines. Try to make it as smooth as possible. This is more like you defining the lines that you just created with the brow gel. Yeah, literally. After all of this, you try to make tiny strokes, replicating your hairs. That's the eyebrows that you have. You're trying to replicate that in form of strokes. Your pencil has to be very, very sharp. So sometimes I use 2 to 3 pencils. Sometimes I sharpen one single pencil. You just try to recreate strokes on your brows, and there you have it. Blend out the excesses of the concealer, because of course you don't want patches on your makeup. That would look very unprofessional. You try to blend out until it looks decent. She wanted something heavy for her eyes, considering it was a birthday glam, so I had to go bold. Started in for my base with red, but a very light shade of red, and I proceeded to continue to darken the red that I created. And then I was going for a cut crease look, something not so heavy, but something that would turn out great, literally. So it was a cut crease look, but I decided to not cut the crease completely. So I left it at a half crease, and then I went in with a darker shade of red, because she told me that red was her favorite color and she wanted to look red. So I went in, because I didn't want the red to be too much, and I went in with a nude color and tried to blend it into the red. We don't want different lines. You have to blend in properly in such a way that it doesn't even look like there are 2 different colors or 3 different colors on the eyelids. Okay, so you blend in a lot. Powdered eyeshadow especially requires a lot of blending. If you're trying to save time, don't go for powdered eyeshadow. I would prefer you go for something shimmery that would just make work easy for you. But if you have time and you're trying to go for the best, then this would definitely work. And now I'm just lining the brows. She didn't want something dramatic for her eyes, and I'm like, okay, cool. So it was going to work out. So yeah, this is me lining her eyelids. So this is me using the Merak eyeliner and then the Kiss Beauty mascara for her lashes. I had to do this so that it becomes more pronounced before I put on the lashes, the fake lashes she was going to wear. So I went for these mink lashes, and it turned out good. She didn't want something dramatic, something too heavy, and of course I delivered. This is just a personal opinion. I, for one, believe that if the eye is heavy, the lips should be nude or mild. And if the lips is heavy, the eye should be mild. So I just started out with lining the lips with a dark brown lip liner, and after that I went in with her concealer. The shade of the concealer I used to highlight her face is what I went in with, and right now I'm just blending. Lip requires a lot of blending if you don't want patches, if you don't want it to turn out bad. So right now I use different brushes when I'm blending, because I have a certain shade I'm trying to get. So just blend and try to make it as seamless as possible. After that, I went in with a little pink, because I noticed that I didn't like the shade of nude it was given. So I went with just a little pink, and then after that went in with the Absolute lip gloss to finish it up. This Absolute lip gloss is one of my favorite, by the way. A lot of people say it's too thick, but I just love it the way it is. And then I took out the excesses of the lipstick, and right now I'm just taking out the setting powder that I put, just blending, trying to blend everything seamlessly. I'm just adding additional blush. This is a powdered blush. It's from Adventure, and I used the color pink on this, and now I'm putting the highlight from I think Candy Beauty. Yeah, so it's pretty much it. You highlight the top of the cheekbone, you highlight the nose, the forehead, and the chin. And then I finished off with the Mario Badescu setting spray. And this was my client feeling herself. She was so happy. She loved her makeup so much. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow, share, like. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.